CF number 15. The residents of the city can compel one another to build a base Knesset and base Hamedrash. That's very interesting. Okay, and to buy the books of Torah knowledge from which to learn. Okay, so let's see. It's actually from the laws of synagogues. I'm not sure how this got here, but it's here. Okay. So one more time. The residents of the city can compel one another. Commentary. Even a minority of the residents can force majority. So, what happened?
No, it's just my network bandwidth is pretty bad.
Say it again.
Network connection was bad, so it was just.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Okay. So basically, if there's no synagogue, right, in a town, so people, even minority, Mishnah Berurah says, even minority can compel the majority, right, to build a synagogue and yeshiva. That's how important it is. Commentary, or if they cannot build or buy one, at least rent the place to be designated for congregational prayer. So we cannot Jews cannot go without synagogue. Mm-hmm. Jews cannot go without yeshiva. That's not Jewish practice, right? So even the minority can compel majority, and plus to buy books of Torah knowledge from which to learn. So let's read the commentary, and we're going to explain. Nowadays, however, when there is community, it is common for people to own sforim. The community cannot be forced to buy sforim, as people who need them always borrow from those who own them. Mishnah Berurah. So just to remind ourselves, the sforim, the books, the Jewish books are very important and they're very rare. So to buy this set of books or even one book, it was a big deal. And but community, if community gets together, so they can buy it. It's easy to buy it, like build a community library, and people can read that. So that's what they can do. But today, as I said, today the books, Baruch HaShem, they're much cheaper and easier to get, and languages, so all of the translation stuff like that. So today we cannot compel each other. But it's always, when for example, in one shul that I went to, they say they want to replace all of the Humashim. And then many people came up with the money, and that's it. I don't know, 2 or 3 people they sponsor. They bought new Humashim, very beautiful, and that's it. Okay, so continue. In place where there is no steady minyan, there are 10 men in a town, right? But they do not come to the synagogue regularly for the congregational prayers. They can force one another to do so by levying fines, so that they could come regularly to participate in the minyan for the prayer. So basically, there are 10 men, and there are many places when there are 10 people. On Shabbos, they come, 20 people, 50 people. Like sometimes on Shabbos, in a place where I go, I like to, whoa. It's like 50 people were worried during the what happened on Monday night? What happened on Tuesday morning? I mean, we have a minyan, there is no problem with minyan, but still so many people. So basically, and if there are no 10 people, they can compel some. How? So in olden days, there was like a community fund. So you have to pay taxes for Jewish community. And from these taxes of the Jewish community, they would support poor people and use it for children education. For example, they would have to hire a Rabbi to teach Melamed, right? To teach young children. So all of this money would come from for communal funds, or they need to hire somebody to work in a synagogue, right? The guy who cleans and stuff like that. So shamish, right? So somebody have to pay him. It's not free. Even maybe it's not so much money, but still somebody have to pay. So it was would come from community funds, and they could find somebody. Find meaning like Rabbi Mizrachi said many years ago, and I implemented it, worked very well. So he said, if you're going to find yourself, so it's very easy to fix yourself. So whatever you say, oh, I cannot, it's too hard for me. So find yourself. So what does it mean? So, for example, you say to yourself, I'm going to come to the shul, 6:30 in the Minyan, I'm going to be on time stuff like that. So if you overslept, right, so put in your pushka somewhere $100. $100. Whoa. So if $100 is a lot of money for you, that should work next morning. You should get up even 40 minutes before. If not, increase it. Do 250. Whoa, 250. So everybody agreed that's too much. You understand? Well, what I did with myself, there is one cause that I hate very much, and because it takes they advertise it as kiro, but it does more damage than kiro. All right. So let's put it this way. And I said to myself, me personally, I'm going to sponsor Hanukkah party. It's the biggest disgrace for me would be sponsor a Hanukkah party with this organization. So and it cost me $20. And after 3 times putting $20 in the pushka, guess what? I stopped. All my inclination ran away because not because of the money, but because I felt that I'm contributing to that organization. So whatever. So the fines, as it says here, works very well. So, and I recommend it very much. For $20, $50, $100, whatever is it. If somebody is very rich, if he would put $1,000 away to donate, even to kosher cause, it's also is going to change him. Okay, so they're going to find each other, to compel each other. So the steady congregation prayer not be abolished. So it's very important to go to the Minyan and support your community and have these steady prayers. Even though who spend their days studying Torah, who should they come to go to synagogue to pray, right? With the congregation. They will have interrupt their learning, can still be forced to come to particular minyan. For the time of the study Torah is separate from the time of the prayer. There is one is required to set aside time for prayer, just as he must to set aside time for studying Torah. So that's a very interesting concept. Let me read commentary and they explain. However, this applies only when they are needed for minyan. If they are not needed, it is better for them to pray in the base medrash where they study Torah. Mishnah Berurah 55:73. Okay. So what it says here. So some people learn in yeshiva. So if they need it, if without them the minyan is not going to be completed, so of course they must go there, right? I mean, if it's not too much, if it's a reasonable time to set aside to help with the minyan, that's what they should do. But otherwise, don't go. Just stay in yeshiva and pray in yeshiva, and that's the proper way to do.